What's going on, guys? JD from New York here. WWE Monday Night Raw review for last night's show, May 12th, 2014. Now, the big story coming out of Monday Night Raw last night is the severity of Daniel Bryan's injury. Everyone's asking me on Twitter, direct messaging me, tweeting me, JD, what's going on? Is he going to be out? Is he going to be stripped? Some of you guys were actually glad he's injured. I don't know about those guys, but I consider those guys clowns. Why would you want Daniel Bryan injured, okay? But I'm on my way home from work, and I'm on my phone, and I'm seeing this late-breaking news an hour and a half before Monday Night Raw actually hits the air. And I'm trying to piece all these pieces together and, just try and make sense of what's going on. Now, if you think back, Daniel Bryan has been very physical with Kane. He had an Extreme Rules match. Before that, he was tombstoned and taken out because his father passed away. And then he got into a match with Del Rio last week, which was very physical. He got into more physical confrontation with Kane and this whole fucking stupid horror storyline angle. So how injured can Daniel Bryan be? How legit can this be? I'll give you my opinion on it right now if you guys watch Monday Night Raw. Daniel Bryan stating that his lifestyle and the way he performs in the ring, he knew that this day was going to come. And, the way he is in the ring, obviously he knew that the consequences were going to be there. He's very, very physical in the ring, and the way he works and his just style of wrestling is going to facilitate that kind of injury a lot faster than some others, okay? And he's talking about this may be the end of his career, and, he's not going anywhere, he'll be back. No mention of dropping the titles, no mention of being stripped, no mention of finding a new WWE champion. All he said that he was going to get surgery on Thursday. The surgery was going to be performed, and he didn't know how long he's going to be out. The timetable for his return is unknown at this point. But what I gathered from this is the whole career-threatening career thing is, being out for the rest of his career. I think that's a storyline. They put that in there. They put that in the script just to kind of bait the audience and move this storyline forward. I don't think Daniel Bryan is going to be stripped of the titles. I don't think Daniel Bryan is going to vacate the titles. There's no reason for him. I would have Daniel Bryan out for a month and a half, and hope he gets better for his return. And I would keep him as the WWE champion. That's how much he is worth to this company right now. That's how valuable he is to this company. There is nobody on the current roster right now, and you can name me Cena, you can name me Batista, Randy Orton, Triple H, this one, that one. There's nobody on the roster right now even worthy or deserving to hold the WWE Championship. Nobody. The only one that I see right now, and his name is Brock Lesnar, and he's a part-timer. We won't see him for another 3 months. That's the only guy that's worth anything right now regarding the WWE Champion. As far as I'm concerned, those are Daniel Bryan's titles. Those should be Daniel Bryan's titles for the majority of 2014. That is, of course, unless CM Punk comes back, and then we have a whole new different ballgame. But Daniel Bryan, surgery on Thursday, no mention of vacating the titles last night. I don't know if he's going to be ready by Payback. I just don't know. Payback is the first week of June. We got a couple more weeks till Payback. My opinion on it is I don't think this injury, this neck injury, is as serious as everyone is making it out to be. I think this is one of those John Cena fluke injuries that's just going to need some type of medical attention, a couple weeks off there, some R&R, and he'll be back in the ring before Payback. That's my opinion on it. I think he's going to be back in the ring at Payback. If not, oh well, I could be wrong. I'm just giving you guys my opinion on this. But the big story last night, Daniel Bryan, neck surgery, Thursday, no mention of vacating the titles. That's my opinion on it. We will wait to see what the prognosis is on Thursday. After the surgery is completed, we will have more information and have a better idea of where Daniel Bryan goes from here. But, you got to feel sorry for the guy. You're really going to feel sorry for him because, he got married. He won the WWE Championship, which was probably the best week of his entire life. And then when he gets back from his honeymoon, finds out his father passes away. Now he needs neck surgery. So this guy went from like the ultimate high down to the ultimate low, and his father passing away, and there still could be a potential for him vacating the titles. We don't know yet. I'm just giving you my opinion on this. So he's been up and down, roller coaster ride. What the guy's been through the last month, you gotta feel for him. You gotta feel for him. But as far as I'm concerned, like I said, there's nobody else deserving of those belts. Those are Bryan's titles. As far as I'm concerned, nobody else even has right holding them at this point in time. Nobody. So Daniel Bryan, I wish him the best. Hopefully the surgery goes well on Thursday and is a success. And we'll see him back in the ring at Payback. Now, the other thing that happened last night was the Shield and Evolution. They moved that storyline right along into Payback. I really enjoyed the opening segment with the Shield. Seth Rollins got on the mic. He didn't overstay his welcome whatsoever. You know, Seth Rollins likes to talk on the microphone. He was very brief. He was very direct. I enjoyed it. Dean Ambrose was Dean Ambrose as usual. I always loved his mic work. Excuse me. And then Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just comes off as this cool individual. You know, he's very laid back, very calm, but he's got that commanding demeanor to him, and he's only going to get better. And I like the way that he focused on himself after the beating last week from Evolution. You know, they just tore him to shreds. RKO, triple powerbomb, pedigree, and he took it like a fucking man. He took it like a man, and he got into the microphone and he got into the camera and said, "Listen, you want to do this to me? I'm going to show you why you should believe in me." And these are just little seeds that they're planting. You know, they're showing you and they're dropping little hints as Roman Reigns is going to be the breakout guy here. He's going to be the one to get his revenge and retaliation on Evolution and Triple H. And it's all going to be leading to that match, like I've been saying, with Triple H versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Now, with the opening segment, they had a great mic presence in the middle of the ring to start the show, and then all of a sudden they see Evolution come into the arena in a limo. You see Triple H and Randy Orton and Batista come out in dressly fine suits, and all of a sudden the Shield just comes out of nowhere, sneak attacks them, and just leaves them laying out in the parking lot. So Shield got one over on Evolution right as the show began last night. Then you come to Evolution, comes out mid-show. Triple H is talking about that they're not going to walk out of Payback alive, that they want this, that, you know, they're going to show them what Payback really means, obviously at the pay-per-view. And then all of a sudden, like fucking Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid style, before Triple H even finishes his sentence, Seth Rollins comes from underneath somewhere. I don't know where they came from. I don't know if they came from the crowd underneath the ring. I don't know, but the camera, all of a sudden, you see Seth Rollins tackling Triple H, and the Shield once again gets one over on Evolution. And that was great, and they sent Evolution running. Now, they're showing you why Evolution and the Shield, you know, this match is going to be another hard-fought contest. It's going to be another brawl, another war at Payback. But the one thing I don't like about this is that they should be really showcasing all six men in the form of a major showdown. This was the problem last night on Monday Night Raw. Nothing felt major. Everything looked good. Everything, you know, was decent. I'm not going to complain about the storylines with not Daniel Bryan, with the Shield and Evolution, and then with John Cena and Bray Wyatt, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But nothing feels major. Everything, like I said last week on my review, feels recycled. It feels, you know, it feels watered down. It feels rehashed, and nothing seems fresh. You know, obviously, I'm a huge fan of the Shield. I don't mind Evolution's work together, but nothing feels major going into these pay-per-views. It just does not, and that's what's lacking here. There's no excitement. There's not that one thing on Monday Night Raw that makes you stand up and say, "Jesus Christ, that was fucking awesome. That's a good storyline." That's what's missing from Monday Night Raw. It's just missing that fucking extra ingredient. There's nothing exciting on Monday Night Raw. It's all just like fucking average shit. Nothing's exciting. And when you got Evolution and the Shield, you got three of the youngest guys in the company, three of the fucking brightest stars in the company going against three Hall of Famers, you know, in Evolution, one being Triple H. I don't understand why this doesn't feel as major as it does. It just feels very average. There's nothing wrong with it. It's great to see on TV. They're building quite nicely towards another rematch. And there's obviously got to be some kind of stipulation for that rematch. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm hearing Hell in the Cell 6-man Hell in a Cell, I don't know. If that's true, that would be fucking great. That would add that little dash of excitement to it. But nothing feels major here, and that's the one downfall about Monday Night Raw. But obviously, at the end of the show, you had Evolution again try and get one over on the Shield this time. You know, they were 0 for 2. One in the beginning segment, one in the middle segment. Stephanie McMahon fucking ushers out half the entire locker room to take out the Shield last night in the main event. Roman Reigns versus Batista barely even happened. It barely happened. Half of the entire locker room comes out, tries to take down the Shield. It's pretty much, you know, a pack of wolves on 3 guys. That's all it looked like to me. And all of a sudden, the Shield overcomes the odds, grabs some steel chairs, starts fucking swinging the chairs, getting everybody out of the ring left and right. And the Shield looked victorious. And again, Triple H, Evolution, Randy Orton, Batista, they all looked stunned. You're like, what are we supposed to do with these guys? So I like the progression of the Shield getting one over on Evolution. It's solidifying their babyface run. They look fantastic as babyfaces. But the thing about it is, like I said, there's no major excitement. There's not that one big wow factor. Everything feels average. But the one thing I do like about this feud is the mystery behind it. There's a nice little dash of mystery in there where you can't really tell who's better than who. You know, they're very even right now. It's like both sides are going at each other, and it's like at a standoff. You can't really choose one winner between the two teams. One week it's the Shield, one week it's Evolution. One week it's the Shield, one week it's Evolution. It may go back the next week to Shield, but Evolution gets one over on them. So it all evens out. So I like that little dash of mystery, and leading into the pay-per-view, that's going to make for a good match because we really don't know what's going to happen at the pay-per-view. But I'm looking at, if you look towards Payback and the Shield versus Evolution again, the Shield got one over on Extreme Rules over Evolution. I do expect Evolution to win at Payback through some kind of screw job. That's just what I'm going with. That's my gut instinct here. So we'll find out come June when Payback hits the WWE Network. Now, on to Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. I'm not going to talk about this too much because I really don't care about this angle anymore. To me, it's being overdone. It's being watered down. I don't want to see it anymore. I think this angle has really overstayed its welcome. You had the Usos and John Cena last night going against the Wyatt family. Obviously, Cena and the Usos were victorious last night. The closing segments of that match, seeing John Cena, AA, Eric Rowan, 1, 2, 3. And then all of a sudden, Bray Wyatt comes out last night, right before the main event, and starts talking about last man standing. So I'm assuming they're going to go with last man standing for John Cena versus Bray Wyatt at Payback. And a last man standing match, that's one of the few matches in WWE that just closes a feud. It needs to be closed. It needs to be finished. Bray Wyatt needs to move on to something. John Cena needs to move on to something. And that's it. It needs to be done. It needs to be done. I'm hearing rumors of John Cena wanting to work with Big E. Bray Wyatt, I don't know where they would go on with him and move him. I have been saying a potential title match with Daniel Bryan, if he's okay. I don't know what's going on with the surgery or his neck injury, so WWE probably has to be rewriting plans right now. But the angle and storyline is just not interesting to me anymore. They hit a wall. There's nothing more that they can do. Everything that they're going to be saying, everything that they're going to be doing is just going to be rehashed bullshit from prior weeks leading into Payback. That's all it is. It's not captivating to the crowd anymore. I enjoy Bray Wyatt's work. I enjoy what he's doing. I just don't think this match needs to continue any longer. This feud needs to continue any longer. It should be done, over with. Payback should be the last straw before both men go on their separate ways and go on to something else. I'm done with it. I couldn't care any more about this fucking match. It's just done. It's been beaten to death, and I don't want to see it anymore. It should have ended at Extreme Rules, but WWE feels the need to continue it into Payback. And like I reported on Off The Script, if you guys missed that, link's down below, WWE is thinking about continuing this feud into the summer. What more can you do? What more can you legitimately do with John Cena and Bray Wyatt that has not been done or said already? It doesn't make any sense. Move them on. Make the program a little bit more fresh. End it. That's that. And then obviously, guys, the rest of the show, it was a very mediocre show. Nothing else important happened. Nothing else important happened. You had Natalya versus Nikki Bella, all because of a fucking painting. Because Nikki didn't like her painting, you're gonna fucking bring that bullshit to WWE TV and Monday Night Raw, how much trash can you really incorporate into one show? I mean, the rest of the show was honestly really filler. You had Van Dam versus Swagger. I like Adam Rose. You know, don't you guys be lemons, be rosebuds. I like Adam Rose's gimmick. When he gets into the ring, like I said on Twitter last night, everything will even out because he incorporates his gimmick into the wrestling ability he actually does possess, and it's all going to even out. Trust me. Wait till Payback when he goes one-on-one with Jack Swagger. You guys are going to be fans of Adam Rose. I guarantee it. But he came out to help Van Dam, distracted Swagger. The match pretty much was just a punch and a 5-star frog splash. 1, 2, 3. RVD gets the win. Like I said, Jack Swagger's probably going to go on to Payback and fight Adam Rose. Adam Rose will have his debut at the pay-per-view. And then after the match, Rob Van Dam and Adam Rose were celebrating with his little posse there. And the Rose Express, or whatever the hell he calls it. What else do we have here? We had, like I said, John Cena versus the Uso brothers. John Cena and the Uso brothers versus the Wyatt family. You had Natalya versus Nikki Bella, which I talked about. Absolute waste. You had Paige versus Alicia Fox. I said this on Twitter last night. Paige seems to be developing a little bit more, but I don't really like the way WWE is booking her in the ring. Every one of her matches has been Paige. Gets beat until the final end of the match where she pulls out some miraculous victory. But Alicia Fox, out of nowhere, is taking a stand for the Divas division. And all of a sudden gets upset and frustrated and angry that Paige has only been here 1 month and she's already the Divas champion. She's too young. You don't fit into the locker room. You just look different. Obviously, Alicia Fox lost. Throws a tirade on outside the ring. Takes JBL's hat, starts throwing water all over the crowd, starts slamming the announcer's desk, starts pointing at the people in the crowd. It just seemed forced. It just seemed a little bit out of touch. There was really nothing believable there. Why am I going to believe that Alicia Fox is frustrated? Why am I going to believe that Alicia Fox is angry? What do you have to be angry about? You've been unimportant for years. Now all of a sudden you want to take a stand and be like, listen, you don't belong, you don't deserve to be champion, I deserve to be champion, all out of nowhere. So obviously if Alicia Fox was in something more important, if she was given a more important role in the Divas division, then it would be a little bit more believable. Then I would be on board with it. But if you're going to come out of nowhere and start throwing temper tantrums outside and trying to look all tough and say that you're the Divas champion, you're not going to make me believe you. Again, forced and really unnecessary actions by Alicia Fox last night. I mean, she's decent in the ring. It's just that she's been in nothing important in the last few years. So there's no reason for me to believe that she's frustrated. Paige is still your Divas champion. Paige is going to be the Divas champion. And if the WWE is smart, she will remain Divas champion until AJ comes back at Money in the Bank. And then you have your SummerSlam feud right there. Paige versus AJ, Divas championship, money. WWE, I hope you're listening to me. Sheamus versus Curtis Axel and Ryback. Again, I barely even watched this match. Curtis Axel and Ryback apparently came out with red beanies now. I don't know why. I mean, they're trying to look all thuggish. They're trying to look cool. I mean, just come into the arena with your ring gear and kick ass. You don't need to fucking wear red beanies, red scarves, red gloves, red shoes. Just enough, you know? Curtis Axel and Ryback, they were growing on me as a tag team. But they looked absolutely ridiculous last night, and Sheamus beat both of them. So how legit of a tag team are they? They're not. If Ryback and Curtis Axel cannot beat one man, there's a fucking problem. And there's no reason for me to take them legit as a WWE tag team, especially if they want to challenge for the tag team championships. It's done and over with. Fandango versus Dolph Ziggler. I like the way these two guys work. Ziggler got the match. I don't know what's going on with Fandango and Layla. It doesn't interest me whatsoever. It's going to be interesting when Summer Rae comes back. She was filming the Marine 4 with The Miz, so I'm sure Summer Rae is going to get involved with Fandango and Layla. We may see some Divas matches there between the two ladies. But as far as this whole love storyline going on with Fandango, really doesn't interest me whatsoever. What else do we have last night? Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow. Damien Sandow just continues to get the short end of the stick. Apparently he cut a shoot promo on the WWE app right before Monday Night Raw. I really haven't seen it yet, but Damien Sandow is playing that defeated, wanting to rise up against all the negativity that's been brought his way type of character. Cody Rhodes is supposed to be feuding with Goldust. They're not really teasing it right now. Cody got the clean win over Damien Sandow. They seem to be, cohesive last night. So there's no signs of that breakup just yet. But Damien Sandow certainly deserves a lot better. He doesn't have the physique of a WWE wrestler that Vince loves. But I like his character. They really need to go back to the way he was first introduced, Damien Sandow. He came out with the robe. He came out with, it was just unique. There was something unique about Damien Sandow when he first came onto the scene with the robe and the microphone and talking all intelligent and making everyone look like a retard. That's the kind of Damien Sandow I want. Now he's got a WWE t-shirt, he's got black trunks. He stood out. He had the robe, he had the purple trunks, he had the great mic skill talking down to his opponents using big words that nobody can understand. That's the Damien Sandow that I want. They went away from that and made him generic. They made him unimportant. I don't know why they needed to change his character, but Damien Sandow right now is a complete fucking mess. What they need to do is go back to the old Damien Sandow that first came onto the scene and go back to that. That's the Sandow I want. That's the Sandow I seen as a future WWE champion, as a future world champion. That's what they need to do. Last night he lost to Cody Rhodes in about 5 minutes clean. Cody and Goldust rumored to have a match at SummerSlam. The breakup was not teased last night, but I'm sure we will see hints of that leading on into the summer. And then what else was last night? That was pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I talked about the Shield and Evolution, and then obviously Daniel Bryan's injury. Monday Night Raw was decent. I'm not going to say it was a bad show. It moved the pay-per-view along quite nicely, but there's just nothing exciting about the product right now. It's all very rehashed, stale, material that they've been, just recycling from weeks prior. Nothing exciting. The show is really missing that wow factor, and the South Carolina crowd really didn't help things last night. I really don't like those types of crowds. Obviously, you can't be in the big cities all the time, but I do expect if you're paying a ticket to get into Monday Night Raw, show some enthusiasm, show some excitement. I hate when the crowds are dead. Case in point, when Batista and Roman Reigns were in the ring last night, you can hear a fucking pin drop. When you got two guys like that, especially Roman Reigns, who's in the Shield, who is over as a babyface, and there's not one reaction from anyone in the crowd, there's a problem. I know the show is long. I know the show, doesn't have every part, as that exciting feeling. But obviously, if you got Batista and fucking Roman Reigns, especially Batista, who's a heel, show some hatred to the fucking guy. Just don't sit on your hands and just wait for something to happen. Show some excitement, cheer. You paid a ticket. You can do whatever you want. But that's my opinion on Monday Night Raw, guys. There's just no excitement. There's no wow factor to these shows anymore, especially following WrestleMania. I know following WrestleMania, the storylines are just blah, and they're just rehashed, and they're just boring. That's why I can't wait for SummerSlam to get here, because that's when the true reset button hits. That's when the true WWE comes out, because SummerSlam is the second biggest pay-per-view of the year, and WWE wants to really make it special. WWE's not going to sit on SummerSlam and make it flop. The storylines going into SummerSlam should be exciting, being that, like I said, is the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. So hopefully something exciting happens leading into the summer, because the WWE certainly needs that shot in the arm, because right now, I'm going to watch. Obviously, it's decent programming, but nothing stands out. There's nothing to make you say, wow, that was a great fucking match. Wow, that was a great show. But that's my opinion on Monday Night Raw, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about Monday Night Raw last night. Let me know what you think about the feuds leading into Payback. And guys, remember, if you guys missed Off The Script, links are down below, part 1, part 2, and part 3. Go check that out right now. I got big stories all weekend. I'm actually working on next weekend's Off The Script, so look forward to that. And also, tonight, if you guys are watching this video, tonight around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be debuting my brother's new song, his new EP, new music from Legionary. Off the title of his new EP, Once and For All, I will be delivering the title track to that EP tonight, 6 p.m. Look forward to that on my channel. You will know it when you see it. I will see you guys then. Take care. Until Off The Script, guys, I'm JD, and I'll talk to you very soon.